Refinery. It is summer. It is almost July. June is done almost, and I can't believe it. Time is flying. And I wanted to touch base a little bit because we're gonna have to change the calendar a little bit, and there's some other things that I wanted to make sure we're all on the same page, and so that I can communicate better to you. This is going to be a long video, and so in the description, I'm going to link to the main topics that we're going to be touching on, so that you can go to right to the ones that you want to hear. And that, just kind of sit back, get some popcorn maybe, because this might be a little long. The things that we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about small groups, outreach night, which is coming up very quickly, prayer and swim event that we're going to have to kind of move and reschedule because I'm a dummy. Worship night, service night as well. And then the middle school summer experience, and finally, I want to just kind of touch on some of the stuff that we're working on and wrestling with as a leadership team, and some of the changes. And we're going to have a parent and student meeting in end of August to address some of those changes. So that's kind of the layout of this video. And so if you bear with me, we're going to truck right through this. All right. So small groups. Right now we have two small groups going. We have a middle school and high school girls small group. They're wrestling with, I believe the study has something to do with beauty, but it's a study and swim, and they're going to study the word through the Right Now Media app, and you can follow along if you miss a week or whatever. But Trisha is doing a great job saying what dates those are. So I, will punt to Trisha of those dates and times. But it is a great time. My kids go as well for the swimming part mostly. But it is a great time for the girls to get together and to challenge each other, pray for each other, and just hang out. It's on Mondays usually. So the other one is a middle school guys group, which is also going to be on a Monday. It's going to be Monday night, 7 to 8:30, and Mark Joba is going to be leading that, and it'll be at the Joba's house. You can message me or Mark or Heather, or text us of the address, and I will shoot that to you as well. It'll be every other week starting July 1st. So that being said, we have a middle school and high school girls, and we have a middle school boys small group. High school guys, if you would like to get together, I'm more than happy to get together and do a small group. Part of me is thinking like Tuesday afternoons, do a lunch and games or something like that. If you're available or if you're interested in that, please message me or text me. Our outreach night is July 7th. For the middle school, we're going to do variations on Capture the Flag. And so, you come and we'll play Capture the Flag all over, outside, inside, but it'll be variations on Capture the Flag. High school, it's going to be kind of, I nicknamed it like with Creasy, we're talking kind of choose your own adventure. It is really up to you. We have about 4 options that we're going to be running with, and we're just going to kind of see who comes on the 7th, and it's standard youth group times. In fact, let's bump the high school back 6:30. We'll make that one 6:30 to it'll probably go late, so 6:30 to 9. You can come and go as you want, but 6:30 to 9, middle schoolers will be leaving. We'll be having a good time with the high schoolers, but that will be the outreach night. And so we have multiple options, and just come, you'll vote. It'll be kind of a choose your own adventure for the night. Prayer and swim, or prayer at the Pier and party at the parks is what has kind of joking around with a whole lot of P's. And so what the idea was is we were going to go to the pier, go to the harbor. We're going to pray for people, kind of like what we did with Challenge. This is a high school only event. And so what we're going to do is we're going to walk around and we're going to pray for people. And I was going to challenge you to step outside your comfort zone, like we did at Challenge. And we're going to meet at 9 a.m. at the church, and it was going to be awesome. And then we're going to go over to the parks and hang out, swim, at their awesome pool, just kind of hang out there. And so what we're working on some of the details still, because I was a dummy. I messed up the dates. We're going to have to move the dates because of a pastor elder retreat that I'll be on the 13th. So we'll be moving that to July 20th. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to challenge you guys to be praying for this ahead of time. We're going to meet at the church on July 20th, hopefully. And we're going to be praying for people down near the harbor market and near the pier. Pray for the Pokemon Go people. I don't know. We're going to ask people if we could pray for them. We're going to give them a bottle of water, and we're also going to give them a life book. And so it's a great opportunity to do ministry in our town. Sometimes it's easier to do ministry in Dominican Republic or in Kansas City. And we really have to step outside our comfort zone to do ministry in Kenosha. But we can do it. God can use us in mighty ways. You might be praying for people that you know. And that's great. And so it's going to be an opportunity on July 20th is the tentative date. We're going to pray, and then we're going to go hang out at the parks. Next is worship night. And so worship night will be on the 14th. We're going to have student-led worship night. It is 6 to 8, I think. But 6 to 8, and so we're going to do the worship night, and it's going to be led by, you guys. And so Grace is putting this together. So if you're in the band, check your email, check your planning center. We're going to be practicing songs and stuff beforehand. There's going to be experiential worship opportunities as well. So that'll be a great night for us all. Service day or service night, service afternoon. It's now become a tradition that Refinery does the best VBS decorations. I'm just saying. So they've asked us to come back and do more decorations. And so, we're going to be doing that at 1:30 to 5 o'clock on July 21st. This is a regular yearly event. Our service project for Refinery every year is to help out our children's ministry and to decorate. And it's been a great time, so wear clothes that you might be able to get paint on or something like that. But it is going to be fun. 1:30 to 5, come as you can. Bring a lunch after church and just, hang out at church. Amy Gomez will be taking the lead on that event, and so check with her of what might be needed. Now, one of the events that I'm probably the most excited about this summer is the middle school summer experience. This will be our second year of doing it on our own, but it's August 12th to the 14th, and it's the time is 9 a.m. to noon, and so you can sign up right now. You're able to sign up. The sign up is live. I'll have that in the description, but you can sign up, be a part of middle school summer experience. This event is the only summer event that we allow the incoming sixth graders to come to. And so it's a great opportunity for the incoming sixth graders to come in, have fun. It's like VBS except cooler and less cheese, as I would like to say. But it is a middle school oriented VBS for 3 days. Um, the one thing that we do as well is we do a family seminar and a family dinner, or parent seminar and a family dinner, where we provide food for your family, for children that are in or out of middle school, and have an opportunity to for the middle schoolers to go play a game, and the parents will sit down and we'll have a conversation about maybe a topic that comes up in middle school. The the theme that we're going with this year is epic, kind of finding our place in God's epic narrative. And so we're going to use, I envision these these epic stories that I've come to love, that many of you have come to love as well. But stories like Lord of the Rings, and so some teams will be like Lord of the Rings teams, and there will be Harry Potter. Although I'm not a huge fan of Harry Potter, but it is an epic story, one of those epic tales, right? We'll have various teams, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. I think we're gonna do, Star Wars is an epic story of our time, and so we're gonna have this idea of God has His own epic story. That this all our quote unquote epic stories are just pale in comparison, and a lot of them actually point to the epic story, the epic narrative. They have core truths that we can kind of hang our hat on and say, you know what, that's exactly like God's story, and the reason why it sells often is because it is the good story, it is the gospel, it is the good news, and so they'll take parts of it, archetypes of those stories, and we get to be able to kind of just celebrate that. And so the idea is that it's going to be an epic couple days in August for these middle schoolers. I hope they have an epic experience in encountering Christ and coming to know Him, maybe for the first time, maybe for the gospel will just kind of hit them in a new way, even though they've heard it 100 times. So be in prayer for August 12th to the 14th. I'm excited about it. If you're interested in volunteering for that, please let me know. Message me. And finally, some refinery changes. And so, this, take a breath. It's okay. Change is good sometimes, right? Refinery will look a little different this next school year. We're going to try some things out, experiment a little bit. But we've been praying about this and dealing with it as a leadership team. And so we want to encourage you. And so the end of August, it's August 25th. I'm looking at doing a parent-student meeting. I'm thinking first service. Just get together, just kind of lay out some of the changes. They're not huge changes. More or less, we're just trying to be tied into the church vision a little more. We want to, we want to rescue. We want to transform. We want to connect, and we want to be sent. So all those B's that we've been talking about in Big People's Church, we're trying to put into refinery skin and try to, what does be sent mean for middle schoolers? What does be sent mean for, a refinery junior in high school? And so we want to do that better. Please be in prayer for this next school year. And if you're interested in volunteering, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you to volunteer, for parents to volunteer. I know that's been something that people have been really asking me, is like, hey, I'm a parent, I want to volunteer. We're going to have some avenues for you to volunteer this next year as well. So really excited about what God's doing. Keep the leaders in prayer. Keep these events in your prayer as well. So you've made it to the end of the video. I don't know if you just jumped ahead, but maybe I should give you an award, something. I don't know. But just thank you so much for making it to the end. I'm excited for the summer. We'll see you guys.